Hi and welcome to Family Camp Tents YouTube video and site. Today I want to provide an answer on the question, how big tent do I need for a family of 4? So it all depends on how you use the tent. If this is about trail, about carrying the tent in the backpack, then you have to go for the smallest possible option, because this is then the lightest probably, and also less bulky than any other. And there are great examples of that type. For example, if you have a look at this Snow Peak Fall Pro Air 4 tent, this is a 4-person tent, but the weight is only 2.2 kilograms, so below 5 pounds. And it offers 4.4 square meters. And you also have 2 small vestibules. So this tent, actually I have it described in my separate site. This tent is small enough, the packed size is such that you can even transport it on a motorbike. I have here all the numbers just to know. So if you follow the link below the video, you can come and then follow the link from this post which I'm using to this post where the tent is described. So you see it has 2 packages for the tent and for the poles, and clearly this can be transported even on 1 or 2 motorbikes. But then if this is just for car camping, you put your tent next to your car, then of course it's best to go for the largest possible option that you can afford. But again, bear in mind the weight and also packed size. There are still great options that you can transport even on a motorbike, and that are very large. And this Big Agnes Wyoming Trail 4-person tent is actually one example. It is described in my separate post here in the site. So just to show you, the packed size is 65 times 40 centimeters. So this can be transported on a motorbike, and the weight is around 10 kilograms. But this tent has a massive fly that offers awning. You can create an awning, and there are 2 physically separated inner tents here, plus the area in the middle. So this is, here you have 1 tent and the other one is on the opposite side. So for a family of 2 kids and parents, this is simply perfect. You have a place for sleeping and also central area where you can stay during the day and when it rains. If you go only with your wife or your partner, you can leave this one of these inner tents at home, and then you have all this extra space as a living room. So this is a versatile design which I would strongly recommend. Now, if you compare tents on different markets, for example in Europe, and compare this to North America, you will see big differences. In Europe, tents are usually with huge living rooms that are in front of the inner tent. And great example you can see here, this is Coleman Weathermaster 4 air tent. So there is an inner room or inner tent with place for 4 people, but the living room in front of it is also fully protected, so it can accommodate actually 8 people if necessary. But this front room is basically just the living room, and the inner space is a sleeping area. But if you compare this to typical tents on the North American market, you will see that they are usually just to put 4 sleeping pads on the floor. So my guess is that in Europe and in the UK they build such tents because of a lot of rain, so they expect that you cannot stay outside if it rains, so then you have to have such a good space to stay inside when it rains. You cannot stay all the time in the small sleeping area. What is the minimum recommended tent size for a family of 4? This will again depend on where you use the tent regarding climate, season, and so on. So if this is about windy places, you will want to go for a dome style tent. They are typically low profile, aerodynamic, with full fly and so on. But then they don't have much space inside. However, if this is for summer camping in calm weather, you will want to go for a cabin style tent or tunnel type tent. And if this is about dome style tent, I would recommend that you go for a 6-person tent. Then you will have enough space for sleeping and some more space also for gear. Don't even think about 4-person tent, which is dome type. For family camping, it's simply too small. How about other features that you may need? Well, for example, I listed here several peak height. Of course, if this is about windy places, you will go for a low tent, and this means usually a dome style tent. Otherwise, go for a higher tent where you can stand up. This is much more comfortable, and this you can expect in tunnel type or cabin type tents. Regarding ventilation, if you have a look at these pictures that I show you here, Big Agnes, Wyoming, you see these are vents that you have, the same as on the other side that you have on this massive fly. So when it rains and you have to close everything, you still have vents and vapor can escape. The same is here with this snow peak tent. You see this is the vent. When it rains, you have to close this vestibule, and then you can open the vent so that the vapor can escape, and this will likely reduce condensation in the tent, which can be really annoying. Then if you go camping with small kids, perhaps they will need to sleep during the day, and then it is good to think about dark rest tents. I have a separate section here in the site with such tents, so there are tens of them, many, and you can follow the link below the video and come here and then follow the links from here. Also, if you change your camping place frequently, or you simply don't like to deal with poles, you can think about inflatable or air beam tents. Again, I have a separate category of these tents here in the site, so you can choose. There are many great options. This is a technology that develops fast, and these tents are simply incredible, excellent. So this is all I wanted to say here. Please follow the link below the video. You can come to this post and read in detail. Subscribe to my channel and give me a like if you find this presentation useful. See you next time.